Hello, my name is Shawn Oban. I am an elementary school principal in Bismarck, in the Bismarck Public Schools, and I was asked to speak today about our influence as administrators. And so we all know why we entered education. We entered education to give kids an opportunity, for kids to learn. As administrators, we have a lot of influence inside of our buildings. We influence teachers, influence kids, make it what's very, very best. And we also have a role in decisions that are made in our buildings and in our districts. I think that we all understand that role that we play. When decisions are made in our buildings, we know what the decisions are, and we have a great influence and power in making those decisions. But sometimes there are decisions that are made outside of our buildings. And as administrators, we need to understand that we also have an influence and hold some expertise in regards to those decisions. Those decisions can be made up at the Capitol with senators and representatives that are making decisions about education. And sometimes we feel that those things are just happen to us and we don't have any sort of say in what happens. I disagree. And I think that it is our responsibility to have some influence in what those decisions are made. The first thing that I would ask is that we pay attention. We often get kind of wrapped up in what goes on in our building and what goes on in our district and lose fact of what's going on at the Capitol. And it's important to understand what's going on there. Dale Wetzel, I believe, is sending out a Capitol tablet that keeps track of some of the bills that are taking place in the Capitol. And some of you probably think, I don't like that, I'm not going to pay attention. But it's important that you do, because it's going to have, some of those bills have immediate impact of what's going on in your building, both financially as well as the instruction that takes place. So I think it's our responsibility to pay attention to what those bills are. And then it's also our role, or our understanding is to realize that we do have an influence over the policymakers that are making these decisions. We all live in a district where we have House and senators that are representing us. And as members of those communities, we have the right to express our opinion to those legislators. And they listen. They check their emails. They listen to their voicemails. And oftentimes we have folks that are on the other side that make a real effort to contact your legislators. And as educators, we sometimes think it just happens to us. But I'm saying that we are the experts when it comes to education, and I think that we have a responsibility to speak up. And so I'm going to ask that you contact your legislators, your House members, your senators, both from the district that you live in, as well as the districts that your schools might be in. They check their emails, they read their messages, and oftentimes they don't get a whole lot of feedback. So when they have the 3 or 4 emails that they received from Anti-Common Core folks, and they haven't heard the other side, it does have an impact. So I'm encouraging you to contact your legislators to share your opinions with them about the bills. I'm not telling you what your opinions are. I'm just saying that we do have an influence. Contact them by email or phone number. I believe that you want to do that outside of the school day, and you want to do that on a personal email account. But it is our responsibility to contact those folks that are making those decisions. Like I said before, we sometimes feel like those things happen to us, and we get to have influence and some power within our building. But I'm saying that you do have some influence outside, and you do have some influence of the things that take place at the Capitol. And I believe it is your responsibility to use that influence to make it better for kids and for teachers and for all educators in the state. Thank you for listening.